Hi, welcome to KiwaniTalk. We're a public information show put together by people from the Dearborn Kiwanis Club. Help from students and staff at WDHS, Dearborn High School's ultimate film production course, a video program. My name is Gary Gardner. I'm your host for this episode. Talking about Dearborn business, chambers, commerce, all those sort of things. And we have with us the president, the CEO of the Dearborn Area Chamber, Jackie Lovejoy.
You do. Thank you, Gary. Thanks for having us.
It's good to see you again. And we also have Christian Carlsen. Carlsen, who is the director of events for the Dearborn Area Chamber. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having us again.
You know, Jackie, we've been doing this for a little while. You know, with you on the program, you as the chamber, but you weren't always as part of the chamber. You weren't always part of Dearborn. How did you get into the chamber business? Where'd you come from?
Oh, aren't you kind? Well, both sets of my grandparents, my mom and dad's side, everybody grew up in Dearborn. I worked for Detroit College of Business and Davenport University, so I was housed over on Oakman before they changed that campus over to Livonia and subsequently into Detroit, and that was one of the largest campuses in the state. And one of our charges was to be the face of the community and be out and involved on behalf of the university. And they didn't know they were training me for my next job.
There you go. I worked there as an instructor, adjunct instructor from about 1983 to about 88, I guess.
I started there in 98.
Yeah,
we just missed each other. Just by a hair.
And so then you left there and you came to the chamber?
In 2013.
2013. And you have made it into a thriving and just an
aren't you
enormous
kind?
business.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good. So, Christian, you have been here for a little while.
Yes, not too long.
But it's okay. You've got a great instructor here.
Oh, definitely.
Watch out,
yes.
Jackie. He's got his eyes on your office.
Not quite yet.
It's been 20 days.
Okay,
give him a month.
Where did you come from, and how did you wind up in a Dearborn Area Chamber?
I came from Shinola. I was there for about 4 years.
Okay.
I wanted a little bit more of a challenge, a bigger scope for event planning, and I thought this would be a great fit, something that works with the community rather than just private events. So, yeah.
And he made it past the interview committee, so it was like
a big
touchdown. Yes,
that's a big thing. So the Chamber of Commerce, and traditionally, I don't even know what I think about, but I thought of chambers of commerce as like stodgy guys meeting and just having a lunch, a cocktail at lunchtime. But that's not what it was really. But what is the Dearborn Area Chamber?
Started in 1944 by, and boy, I wish I had my little handbook with me, with I think like 20 local businesses who are interested in strengthening the community. There's a great book called, I believe it's The Magicians of Main Street, and chambers go back to the 1700s in the United States and really how they promote a thriving community. Many people think we're a branch of the city, and chambers of commerce are actually private, nonprofit membership organizations. So it's people who either want to be seen as a pillar of the community, who wants exposure to the community, who wants to find a demographic for business-to-business sales or reaching customers and residents. And we're really lucky. We're in, everyone does it here. We're in the hub of innovation in this corner of Southeast Michigan. So we do have Dearborn Heights businesses. We have Allen Park, Garden City. We have Boyne City. We have Novi, Northville, Livonia, and we have a great network of chambers. We all play very well with each other because we're all after the same thing, the betterment of Southeast Michigan.
Yeah, one of the things you mentioned about that business to business and that personal type of thing, and how much, if any, is there a challenge with competition from the internet and those types of things? Because people now say, well, I can get my business online, but is it the same or is it different or is it better with the chamber?
Well, of course, I'm going to tell you it's better with the chamber.
I knew. I was setting up for that, Jackie. So yeah.
I deeply appreciate it. But the thing is, I don't know about your wife, but my husband would kill me if I just gave our life savings for someone to invest that I met over the internet, that I only met on social media. And so to come, you don't have to come do everything, but to be seen in person, and when you're a member of the chamber, it increases your credibility by 63% from the last Shapiro survey done nationwide. So it really says, yes, I'm concerned about the other businesses in the area. I want to be a contributor to our area, to my constituents, and to have other chamber members recognize you is really helpful in building those relationships. Because really, the other thing is I might meet somebody in person and may not like the way they do business. So when you come to a chamber event, people get to know you, just like the book 3 Cups of Tea. I may not give you all my money on the first cup of tea, but by the time we know each other and we've seen each other at other events, you establish that rapport.
I imagine too, you don't have to worry about the internet going down for your business if you've got the chamber or association and that person-to-person sort of touch.
Well, we're a great amplifier. We're conveners, communicators. We bring people together. So if you think about everything we've been through, 2014 was our first flood, and FEMA came on site and met with homeowners and business owners on site at the chamber. Last year, 12 weeks of subsequent torrential rains, 6 of them catastrophic level, and FEMA again was on site at both Dearborn Heights libraries, City of Dearborn libraries. They came to the chamber, they were at the farmers market, reaching out to everybody. The SBA talked about, you may not want a loan for the flood, maybe FEMA funds will cover you, but you can have this money until your FEMA funds come in and just hand it back to us. And that's what we do, we amplify those messages. So that's one thing we do.
And you said one thing in passing, but they came into the chamber, so there is actually a physical chamber
sure
location.
there is.
So
Sure.
Tell us where it is.
Well, we're housed on the main floor of the Bryant Library, 22100 Michigan Avenue. Many of you may know the corner of Michigan and Mason of having historic gas prices, because there's always a crowd of people outside our office getting gas. But we're right across the street from Comerica, next door to Buddy's Pizza, across from Mongolian Barbecue, and a whole host of Wagner Place new eateries.
Now, Jackie just said something that's very Dearborn-centric, because everybody from Dearborn knows a lot of those places, but we go up to 42 cities.
True.
And so Michigan Avenue, the main east-west route.
Which used to be called the Old Chicago Way. People would ride horse and buggy.
Way before us.
Way before.
Way before
I
us,
hope
yeah,
I look
yeah.
that good.
And so we're between big milestones are Southfield Freeway. We're west of that, east of Telegraph. Okay.
Entirely true.
That's all good in there.
Ford Wheeler headquarters is right just on the other side of Southfield in Michigan.
Right. So
yeah.
we're right there. You also mentioned events, okay, and we now have the chief event guy, and there's different kinds of events. Like there's what kind of ongoing, regular scheduled events does the chamber have?
So we'll have eye openers for businesses, as well as after hours for people to come in after the business hours, of course, and check it out. We'll have award ceremonies like Teacher of the Year coming up in April. We also have a Chamber Choice Awards.
Let's focus on the eye openers first of all.
Okay.
We'll go through the history of the day. Where would you have an eye opener? What would someone expect to get? And
Can I jump in?
You may.
I'll jump in.
Okay.
So an eye opener, everyone gets a 60-second commercial, but my goal is to bring people, because when you work in retail or education, in my most recent past, someone walks in the door, they're 90% sold. Oh, this is no longer a foreign place to me. So Venture Title had an eye opener years ago. Any place that wants to have a chamber coffee, let's say that. And so we want to show new members and existing members locations. We have one coming up in March at Hype Athletics. If you're thinking of work, what a great place to have if you're going to work out on the way.
Hype Athletics is off of Warren Avenue over by Hines Drive.
Yep.
And I've driven past it multiple times, but
Beautiful facility on the inside.
never been inside.
Well, I'll invite you
Okay.
as soon as we nail down that particular date.
Okay.
The after hours coming up. Just conversely, we call them informally, take 5 after 5. You're off of work. It's a lot. There's a few things that are formal. It's a lot more comfortable. People mingle. There's no official speech. Come try things out. So anyone who wants to showcase their place, we're happy to help expose them.
So at the eye openers, I'm sure there's coffee and comestibles, and are there adult beverages at the after hours?
For purchase.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
Of course, you gotta
yeah.
make a profit on it.
Oh, no, we don't make a profit.
well, you have
I'll
to
bring
cover-
people
cover
to
the
your
cost.
business. Yes.
Cover the cost.
Nope, doesn't cover my cost. We take that to the business. Those are member benefits that are free.
Okay, so those are actually at members' locations
Yes.
who want to promote their location, and like you say,
And it's free for the membership.
Okay.
It's when it comes along when you join the chamber. we have about 18 complimentary events every year.
Okay.
We have a small business lunch coming up March 29th.
29th, yep.
And we try and showcase different restaurants around. And we will charge for that simply to cover the cost. And it's
Right.
at Malek Al Kebab on Michigan Avenue, who I have to give a shout out. A lot of our restaurants did this, but one of our unsung heroes who really fed the front lines at the hospitals, firefighters, police, anybody who had to work during the pandemic. And Mo and his team just really stepped to the plate. So we're gonna have a small business lunch there March 29th. It'll be the first one of the year.
So a little more in depth. So you have an eye opener. How many people would you expect to show up, and what time do you have to drag yourself out of bed to get there?
We like, it's an eye opener so you can ideally make some connections and continue your day. They start at 8.
Okay.
You're usually.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Okay,
time.
good.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
I don't want to go much earlier than that
Right.
personally.
Okay.
They start at 8, and depending on the size, sometimes we have 30 people. Pre-pandemic, we had up to 80. Depends on the location, depends on the time of year. A lot of times, pleasant weather makes people come out more.
And so again, you said in the absence of a formal speech at the
After hours.
afterworks, is there some kind of a program then at the eye openers?
Everyone gets to get a 60-second commercial. So if there's 50 or more of us, we might trim you back to 30 seconds. We could be there a long time if everyone.
You have a big hook from on the side of the stage and you just pull
The
them off.
music plays them off.
Plays
Yes.
them off. Okay, bring up and then go to commercial break. There you go. Go to commercial from the commercial. So, what kind of business owners would want to be part of a chamber? Why would you want to be part of a chamber?
So I have to tell you, we're very blessed. Most chambers are 20% big business, 80% smaller business. And it depends on who you are. In our corner of Southeast Michigan, we're home to a lot of corporate anchors. So they want to be seen as a pillar of the community. And they want to contribute to the local economy. And they want to meet the residents, or they want whatever they want to do, they like that. A smaller business is looking for exposure. So I used to say we're 50-50, but really we're 30% solopreneurs, 30% mid-sized businesses, and 30% corporate anchors. So my tagline, I don't know if you know this yet, is we bring your demographic to your door. Who are you looking to reach?
So it seems like if you are,
That's a good one. Yes.
I like it. Okay.
It's only taken me 10 years, yeah.
Well, we just work on it, and maybe that's a good thing. But it seems like to get out there and be part of the community. But how could someone say from a major manufacturer, what would they be commercialing as their commercial?
Well, I'll tell you one of the things they would be commercialing. One, they could look for employees. One, they're one of our local employers employing your neighbors. Why wouldn't you at least shake their hand at one of our events? It's amazing the new markets that manufacturers find, because the chamber is the only institution in the world, any chamber, that can issue a certificate of origin to ship those things overseas. So it's not unusual to have a manufacturer in the chamber. It's not unusual to have a solo practice law firm. It's not unusual. We're very blessed in Dearborn. We do have car dealerships too, and they all.
Funny how that works out for the hometown Henry Ford.
Well, I have to tell you, I give kudos to all of our car dealers. But we do a charity golf outing in the fall, and Les Stanford Chevy Cadillac and Village Ford partnered. Coming out of the pandemic, because we didn't have a presenting sponsor, and it costs money to put it on. And if we're going to raise money for charity, and they held hands and made the event happen for us.
Well, we're going to take a little break here and talk about Kiwanis, kind of our own little sponsorship thing. We'll be back after the break with the president, CEO, the Dearborn Area Chamber, and the director of events, Christian Carlsen. Don't go away. Get these information. We'll talk more about some specific events coming up that you might be interested in going to. Don't go away.
It's easy to get caught up in the details. The day-to-day grind, numb to the noise, going round and round and round. Deep down, there's something missing, a void inside, a hole to fill. life lacking. Then, in a minute of clarity, it hits you. The aha moment. You're needed. Kids need you. Kids of all kinds. All these funny, rambunctious, sweet, attention-seeking, vulnerable bundles of energy. They need your love and support. Some have huge life hurdles. Poverty, disease, hunger. And they're reaching out for you. Around the corner, around the world. You are a Kiwanian at heart. A role model, a guide, a builder of dreams. Together, we are Kiwanis. Passionate and strong. Ready to move mountains or grains of sand. Imagine every child reaching their potential. The power to help is in you. It's not about us. It's about them. Do you hear the call? Kids need Kiwanis. Kiwanis needs you.
Welcome back to KiwaniTalk. My name is Gary Gardner, your host for this episode, talking about the Dearborn Area Chamber. Not Chamber of Commerce, the Dearborn Area Chamber of Commerce.
True.
President, CEO, Jackie Lovejoy, the Director of Events, Christian Carlsen. Guys, welcome back. And so let's get, Christian, you know, ladies have the opportunity to talk, and we've been kind of, I've been letting her do the talk, but talk about some of the big events. There's some special events coming up and nominations for some big to-do coming up. What's going on?
Oh yeah, tomorrow we're going to start our call for nominations for the Chamber Choice Awards, which is going to be May 5th at the Henry Hotel.
Okay, what is the Chamber's Choice Awards?
So that is when you can nominate businesses, best business leaders, best small businesses to be awarded for their work that they've done in the past year.
Okay. And so if someone wanted to make a nomination, they have to get a hold of the chamber, and there's ways to do that. And what's the best way to get a hold of the chamber to make one of these nominations?
So we'll be sending out forms, so you'll have a form to fill out. Best thing to do is mail it to us at the Bryant Library.
Scan it.
Scan it?
Scan it, email.
It's on the chamber website.
Okay, so their website. So what look at how she just leads right into that like an old pro. What is, or a seasoned pro, I shouldn't say old. That's a bad thing to say to a lady, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What is the chamber's website?
DearbornAreaChamber.org.
DearbornAreaChamber.org, and as Miracle of
The Miracle, Dearborn Area, or give us a call. The form will be live tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow for us is a long time ago.
I'm sorry. So we're going to say
starting mid-February.
10th?
February 10th.
Is that tomorrow? Yes.
How long are the nominations open?
Nominations will go until March 9th.
Okay, so when you see this, if it's before March 9th, you have a chance to go to the Dearborn Area Chamber website, or to mail it. Is there a mailing address? Or
22100 Michigan Avenue.
22100 Michigan Avenue, Dearborn, Michigan, 48124. 124, okay.
Yep. And we actually roll 3 events together into this lovely day.
Okay.
And I think all of our attendees, we sell out with more than $350 for lunch. But I think everybody enjoys it because they're driving home usually by 2 p.m.
Okay. So
you want to talk a little bit about the expo? Or?
Yeah, we'll have 48 booth expos there.
Where's it going to be held?
The Henry Hotel.
The Henry Hotel.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you want to purchase a booth, you can have your business on display there while everyone's getting their awards for Best Chamber.
And what is the actual date of this awards event?
This is going to be May 5th.
So March 9th is the cutoff for the nominations.
True.
Yes.
And you'll have time to put all the plaques in, do that, and
we
rig the votes and things. Yeah.
We do a video montage, and they're interviewed on stage, much like we are right now. It's a great showcase, and I'm lucky. We walked into a great situation, and the event has evolved and evolved over the years. If you would have asked me, as somebody who used to do trade shows, being an old pro, Gary, I'll play on that. That's funny. Yeah. I am amazed by the amount of business done in the aisles, because doors open at 10 a.m.
Right.
and lunch comes at noon with the awards. The expo, the business that's done in the aisles at the expo. I have repeat businesses who want their booth every year. It's absolutely amazing.
There's only 48 available, so you better hurry.
It's a tight fit.
there you go. Okay.
It's fun, yeah.
That's a good thing. So that's the big business expo, and what other special events are coming up? Anything for educational purposes?
Yeah, so we'll have the Teacher of the Year Student Choice Awards on April 27th. That's at the Ford Community and Arts Performance Center. And so that will be nominations for that, and March 10th, I believe.
I think
the
you're
deadline
right.
for
And
nominations.
who gets to be the nominators?
The students.
Students, yeah.
It's the student's choice.
Okay.
And so it's not the number of nominations a teacher gets, it's the quality of the essay that they turn in. And that is
So hopefully
live.
the English teacher's going to win.
Hopefully what?
The English teachers are going to win.
We have 5 categories. It's in its 26th year. It was started by Alberta Muirhead,
Right.
honoring educators, and we have 5 categories: pre-K through 2nd grade, 3 through 5, middle school, high school, and adult education.
So how are students who are probably not watching the Dearborn Chamber of Commerce show on KiwaniTalk, how are the students going to find out about this program? What are you going to do to reach out to them, Christian?
Well, it's live. It's going to be live on the school district's website.
Right.
It's live on our website.
Okay.
There's, for all the kids that are hip, there's a QR code, and they can fill out the form about their
Okay.
teacher.
Right.
The teachers will tell their students about that. Some teachers, especially in the younger grades, okay, finish a sentence. I enjoy school because, and finish it.
Right.
And it's a good exercise for them. Some of the nominations, we read the winners live on stage. This will be Christian's first. They will choke you up. It's from the high school and beyond, how people's lives are changed. And many of our educators are products of Dearborn Public Schools. So a lot of people don't know Dearborn is one of 40 districts of distinction in the United States, having 3 blue ribbon schools. Our last 3 superintendents have become superintendent of the state. Glenn Maleko, our superintendent, was superintendent of the state. And it's hard for me to keep track in the pandemic, 2 years ago now.
Okay.
Dearborn Public Schools has a remarkable graduation rate of 94%, which is simply unheard of. And it's the 3rd largest district in the state, behind Detroit and Grand Rapids. And Dearborn sends more kids to Ivy League schools than any other district in the state.
Well, yeah, it's an amazingly quality education that they get for our hometown. Yeah.
Exactly. So, of course, why wouldn't, I've had other chambers say to me, I said, you have to recognize, other chambers will do backpack drives and things like that. We honor our educators, and we're very lucky. Our lead sponsor is LaFontaine Automotive. We really have to thank our sponsors because it pulls from a lot of areas. Each of our 5 winning teachers get a $1,000 prize. They get a bevy of thank yous from our business community in their own gift baskets. Mm-hmm. Christian hasn't seen all of this yet. They get a classic apple inscribed with their names and everything from the Glass Academy, custom made for them. They don't make the apples for anything else.
Right.
So it's pretty exciting. And we get more than 2,000 nominations. A lot of nominations to read.
Yes, lots to weed through. But
There you go. Well, that'd be interesting reading for some of it too.
Oh yeah.
So we have a cheat sheet of events that are
We
coming
do.
up, and let's go through not as a litany, but as a
I'll tell you,
teaser.
I'll
Okay.
tell you the best teaser. We're going to draw. We're having our first raffle fundraiser ever. And Luxury Escapes donated the trip. It's a $100 ticket. There's only 150 tickets available, but I get to give away the trip once we sell 70 tickets. So if somebody would like to call the chamber at 313-584-6100 or go to the website,
Right.
it's in Manzanillo, Mexico, 4 master suites, 4 master bathrooms, private chef, private community, private beach, Saturday to Saturday, 7-day vacation. So if somebody would like to help support, that's one of the funner things we get to
Mucho
do.
bueno.
Yes.
Sounds like a very, very great. Now, if you want tickets for that,
Call the chamber.
Right.
We have to make sure you're 18, so you can call and buy over the phone. I may know you, or I can at least validate who you are.
Right.
We do not sell those tickets through the website due to the Gaming Commission rules.
Okay, so you've got to do it. You've got to make it in person.
You can stop by the Bryant Library. I always recommend giving us a call because we do ribbon cuttings, we divide and conquer, just to make sure we're in the building.
So speaking of ribbon cuttings, how much association does the Dearborn Area Chamber have with the city halls, and how tightly do you coordinate with all those?
I have to tell you, we were spying on us today. We just talked
Right.
about this in our meeting. So we work through both of our city halls because most of our ribbon cuttings, and we do them for other garden city businesses and things like that, but we involve the mayors.
Right.
You have to be sure the business has a certificate of occupancy so it's safe. The mayor, usually only elected officials, cut the ribbon. So we accept appointments from both of our city halls or any other city hall. I let our other mayors in our surrounding areas. This is going on. I know you have a process, but they've joined our, and not every small town has a chamber, so we're happy to cover our area.
You do the groundbreakings too, or no?
If they would like me to shovel something, yes. We tend to cover
Besides
that.
what you normally shovel, right?
Oh, Gary. Wait a minute, I'm an old pro. This is going to be the funniest KiwaniTalk ever.
Maybe, you never know. You're like, we got about 2 minutes left. Let's go through some of these things that are coming
Okay.
up.
We've hit on a lot. So Small Business Lunch is March 29th at Malek El Kebab. And we vary everywhere. A lot of people say small business. They don't realize our Buffalo Wild Wings franchisee lives in the neighborhood.
Okay, wow.
So it can be between a big footprint or a small footprint.
Leap into spring, April 4th, and after hours at Say It With Flowers.
In
Okay.
Allen Park. And we're just adding to the schedule. If you want to go through the rest of the year,
Sure, let's go move forward through the year, because this will
Taste of Dearborn is June 14th. Our call for restaurants is
and
open.
that's a big deal too. You get to go to a bunch of different taste a bunch of different restaurants.
You do, and people are always amazed because we have French, Italian, Thai, sushi, pizza. We are a burger town, dessert town, and we have a VIP wine tasting. And just for a point of entry, because when I came on board in 2013, we had about 750, 800 attendees, and we're up to over 1,500 now. Wow. So to get everybody, and the goal is to get everyone to try different foods.
Try something new, something different.
Yeah.
You've got the golf outing coming up in July.
July 7th, yep.
The executive and Dine.
Nine and Dine. The charity outing is September. Boy, Gary, you're really testing me right now.
Well, it's
September 20th.
25th, yep.
And every year, the chairman of the board, our chair of the board, picks a charity. Last year it was the Boy Scouts. We've done the Rehab Institute of Michigan with the DMC. We have done hiring Wounded Warriors, the Parkinson's Association. We have a 9-year history doing that.
Sounds like you're going to be really busy with all these events, Chris.
Yes,
You know, you're
sir.
gonna be-
That's
well,
good.
Congratulations and welcome to Dearborn Area Chamber. Jackie, it's great to see you again.
Thank you.
And it's great to see you here on KiwaniTalk. Call the chamber. Get out there, be part of it if you're a business person or want to become involved. And,
A resident, a student, a teacher.
anybody can be part of it. I'm Gary Gardner. See you next time on KiwaniTalk. Bye-bye.